So in this video, we're going to go through the 3 ways in which you can purchase stock and sell it on Amazon for a profit. Now, these are the 3 most common models. Firstly, we have retail arbitrage. Now, what is retail arbitrage? It's when you go into retail shops and purchase stock, which is usually on clearance, and sell this stock for a profit on Amazon. So you can walk into Tesco, scan stock in the clearance aisles, and let's say you find shampoo for £2 on clearance for 50p. You check on Amazon, it's selling for £7 and it sells 100 times a month. So then we can send this stock into Amazon at a markup, obviously, and make a profit. Very simple, retail arbitrage, go out to shops, purchase clearance items and sell it on for a profit. Now, what is online arbitrage? Online arbitrage, very, very similar, hence the name, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, but we're doing it online. So instead, we are purchasing from online retail stores, usually clearance offers as well. So we are finding sales online and then purchasing this stock, which is on sale, and selling it on for a profit on Amazon. Now on Amazon, it's usually at or in and around the RRP. Obviously, if you've acquired it at a discount via an online retail store, you're going to be able to sell it online on Amazon for a profit. Now the third model, which is what I do, is called wholesale. Now what is wholesale? Is when you purchase from brands, from wholesalers and from distributors directly, purchase this stock in volume, developing relationships with companies that you're working with, and then selling this stock on Amazon for a profit. That's a very, very, very simple breakdown of the 3 models. There's pros and cons of each. Retail arbitrage, pros are usually the stock, since it's discounted on clearance, the margins are a bit higher. Very, very low barrier to entry. Any Tom, Dick and Harry can start retail arbitrage, walk to Tesco, scan some stock, send it to Amazon, make some profit. However, what are the disadvantages of that? You are trading your time to make this profit. Obviously, you can't really outsource because you can't really get other people to go into Tesco for you and make the profits for you. So you can't really outsource the business. So you're very, very limited. And also you're limited to the amount of profit that's on a shelf. So you might go into Tesco one day, make 50 quid. You might go into Tesco a different day, make 0. So that's just the ups and downs of the business. So it's higher margin. It takes a lot of time, right? Going into obviously these stores, obviously time that we don't even know if we're going to be rewarded for. And obviously there's only a finite amount of money you can make. So I always say to people, if you're starting up on Amazon, you want to make a couple of £100 here and there. When you're doing your food shop, for example, checking out the clearance aisles, might pay for your food shop. So that's RA, very low barrier to entry. Anyone can do it. Make a couple of £100 every month, I would say. Now onto OA. Pros of this is you can do it from your own home, but again, you're encountering the same disadvantages. And also another disadvantage of RA, retail arbitrage, which I didn't mention, is a lot of the time, since it's so easy to do, a lot of people are doing it, a lot of these listings tank in price and the competition's insane. Now with OA, again, competition is insane, right? You might come across a OA deal, right, which you found on clearance from an online retailer. You might purchase it today, you might have 3 competitors. By the time your stock actually gets to Amazon, it might have 30 competitors. OA, very saturated, pricing will tank on a lot of these listings. So it's a case of getting in and getting out. Very much the same as RA. We get in and get out, make a profit and get out. Also, again, there's a finite amount of units which you can purchase, usually, right, with these OA retailers, and they like to limit sellers. So you might only be able to purchase 3 to 10 units of a profitable product, which obviously, again, limits you. These products that you're buying, you're only able to make a finite amount of profit. OA, you can make some decent margins. You can do it from your own home if you're using a prep center to prep your stock. But yeah, again, we are limited by the fact we're only able to grab a few units. Now into wholesale, which is what I do. This is buying from brands, distributors, wholesalers all around the world and purchasing these profitable products consistently. So whereby with OA, RA, you're finding profitable products, can't really replenish them, so your profits stop. With wholesale, we can keep replenishing these profitable products again and again, which is a great thing about wholesale. Once you've got these products in place, you're making consistent income. However, it's much more difficult to acquire these deals, right? There's a lot more legwork involved. First of all, not everyone can do it, right? You've got to have the correct setup in place. You've got to have a business in place. You've got to have a website, a business email, the correct company ethos. You've got to know how to talk to the suppliers which we want to work with to get access to these products, to get access to these accounts, right? You've got to be able to understand how to develop relationships with your suppliers, how to work with your suppliers, how to actually go about negotiating with these suppliers, right? So it's not like we can just go into Tesco, purchase some profitable stock. We can go on an online retailer and purchase clearance deals. No, it's a case of our company, right, that you've created is now doing a B2B transaction whereby every single bit of business we're getting into it with the intention of staying in. Our rate always getting it out. Wholesale is all about getting in and staying in, purchasing these products, knowing that we want to stock them for a long time and make money over a long period of time. So obviously the rewards are greater in the idea that we're able to purchase profitable leads consistently, make money every single month of these products. However, the downside of wholesale is it's high barrier to entry. You've got to have the correct setup in place. You've got to have the correct foundations built, and you have to know how to run the business essentially. Because if you approach wholesale wrong, you're going to waste a lot of time and waste a lot of money, right? You're going to have the same pool of money just circling around and decreasing. Don't know how to contact these suppliers, negotiate with these suppliers, work with these suppliers, build the business. You're going to really struggle. A huge mistake a lot of people make. They'll locate their wholesalers via Google, and it's just like every Tom, Dick and Harry can do that. So you're basically doing online arbitrage and finding all of these immensely saturated products, but you think it's not going to be saturated because it's wholesale. No, wholesale is only unsaturated. Wholesale can only be consistently profitable if you're approaching it correctly. Now, I've shown a lot of people how to do wholesale correctly in the form of the Wholesale Academy. So if anyone here does want help with wholesale, click the link down below, book a free call in to see if you can work with me. But apart from that, the 3 models, we got RA, purchasing from retail stores, selling it on Amazon. Again, you can make a bit of money, but it's not consistent profitable income. Usually RA and OA is to learn the basics. OA, again, instead of going out to stores, you can do it from a laptop, but again, there's a finite number of products you can buy of these profitable products. So again, you have to keep trying to source more and more profitable products. With wholesale, you have to build the foundations first. That takes time, that takes knowledge, that takes an understanding of the business and the business that you're in and the B2B sector. However, once you've got these relationships in place, once you've got these profitable products in place, we can then replenish them, and we're not tied down to a finite number of profits we can make. You can exponentially then grow your business, make consistent profits every single month once you've got the products in place. But there's so much involved when it comes to wholesale, and I'll be sharing a lot more information on this channel, free information on how you could completely transform your Amazon business and make an online income if you don't sell on Amazon currently. So I'd highly recommend subscribing, and I'll catch everyone in the next video.